Good morning. I'm Hal Meng. I teach yoga here at the director just waved to me. Good morning. I teach yoga here at the Point Defiance Ruston Senior Center. And this morning I'd like to introduce my partners in crime here, Gil and Nancy. And last time we discussed, using the analogy of the rubber band, about how muscles are like rubber bands. When you stretch them, they will try to go back to their original shape and size, but if you do it slowly, it begins to lengthen them, and when they return, they're a little bit longer. So today I wanted to revisit some of the ways that we do the bends and stretches, being aware of that. So let's begin as we do by coming into a comfortable seated position. Try not to be rigid, but sit comfortably erect. Feel like your head is balancing on the top of your spine. And gently begin to let go of the rushing around of your day. Let go of your plans for later. Allow your eyes to close or at least soften very much. And draw the awareness inside. Focus on the flow of your breath, letting your breath come in and out through the nose. Slightly different from some other exercises where you breathe through the mouth, at least for half of it. But breathe in through your nose, breathe out through your nose. And notice the gentle pauses, the moments of stillness between. Inhale, pause. Exhale, pause. Each breath fuller, deeper, more complete. And gently allow the breath to lengthen. Not necessary for you to be counting the breath at this point, but just feel it becoming fuller, deeper, longer. And let the pauses between the inhales and exhales be about half the length of the inhale or exhale. Nice, full, even breaths. And gently let your eyes slowly open, the head rise to level. Bring the arms down by the sides. And inhale, draw your shoulders up to your ears. And in this case, through the mouth, and really push your palms down 2 more times. Bring everything back to center. And interlock your hands. And let an exhale begin, and as you exhale, gently draw your shoulder blades apart. As you inhale, wrap the arms around the body, shoulder blades slide together. 3 more times. And if you're on that 4th time, go ahead and come out and stay as you inhale and exhale. And then release. Bring the arms down. Roll your shoulders nice, slow. Out 4 times in one direction, and then go back the other. And bring everything to center. And then imagine in front of you that there's a large M, and you're going to trace that with the tip of your nose. So start at one foot of the M and slowly trace up to the first peak, down to the center foot, up to the next peak, and down, and back the other way. And one more time in both directions. And bring everything back to center. Good. Now let your arms flow up as you inhale, and let the exhale start, and like a swan dive, sweep and come up wide elbows, goalposts. Two more times, 4 times total, please. And when you finish that one, push the palms out like you're pushing the walls apart and down. Good. Now, bring the arms up, elbows slightly bent. And as if your spine was the pivot. So as you exhale, we're going to twist, but try not to the twist, but try to pivot on the center. 3 times to each side. Exhale, gently twist to one side. Inhale back to the center. Honor the little pauses. Second time. This time, come into the twist and stay. Don't hold the breath, but 3, 4, 5 full deep breaths. And back to center. And to the other side and stay. And then back to center. Push the palms out and down. Good. Bring your feet forward. In the forward bends, at least for these practices, try not to overly round your back, but come down with your back relatively flat. Belly. Let your head come down. Try not to keep your eyes level. But as come back up. A few more times like that, please. Move at your own pace. And the next time you come down, come and breathe into it. Back, let yourself relax into it. Your inhale and come up. Interlock the hands, stretch your spine nice and long, and release. Good. Now, extend your right leg. And you remember from last time, we would come in and out, feeling the stretch. We're going to do that a number of times again. And then we're going to come into the place, and I'm demonstrating, where you feel the most stretch. Try not to let your leg roll out or turn your foot. Try to keep it straight up and down. And when we're staying, you're going to come up just an inch or so, just enough to release some of the stretch, and then take the whole exhale to come back to where you were, but maybe just a little bit farther. And we'll do that 3 or 4 breaths. About 3 times we'll move in and out, then 3 times we'll do that, and then we'll come to our furthest extent and stay. Remember all that? Good. Nice long spine. Remember, keep your head level in relationship to your chest. As you exhale, come all the way as far as you comfortably can. Inhale, come up. 3 times like that. Then come down as far as you comfortably can, and come as far as you can feel a good stretch, and then inhale, come up just enough to release it, and then exhale, come to that first point and a little farther. And do that 3 times, please. Slight release, allowing the muscles to release, and then coming back down. And then the 4th time, come down as far as you comfortably possibly can and stay. 3 or 4 breaths. And then release when you're ready. We all breathe at different rates, so always honor your breath. But when you finish the leg, then extend the other leg, foot straight up and down, nice long spine. 3 times, move. Inhale, coming back up. And then the 4th time, take your time, but when you get to the 4th time, come to as far as you comfortably can. And then when you come up, take the entire inhale to come up just an inch or so, just enough to release the stretch, and then take the entire exhale to come to that point and deeper. And after you've moved that small distance 3 times, come in and stay 3 or 4 breaths. And when you have stayed 3 or 4 of your breaths, release. And go ahead and come up when you're ready. And so I realize that I have never really explained. Unlike teaching a lot of other things, or if we had a monitor up there where I could see how my friends are doing and what they're doing, I need to stop and look and watch what they're doing, because part of good instruction is being sensitive to what's going on with the people you're working with. And basically, if I come down and try to just keep moving my head, you end up with sometimes jokingly referred to as teacher's neck, where you put something out of alignment because you're trying to look at everybody at once in odd positions. And so if that's one of the reasons we say, when you're coming down, be sure and imagine you're holding like a softball under your chin, because if you go like this a lot, trying to keep your head level, it automatically compresses those discs. So it's basically to take care of the people I'm working with, but it's also self-care. All right, so now let's apply that same technique in a number of different poses and directions of movement. And we're going to do that, first of all, with a seated twist. So remember, the spine is your pivot. It's straight up and down. We're going to move in and move out 3 times. And then you're going to come in as far as you can. And this is the point at which you want to be sure you're not trying to pull yourself with your head. But from the navel, you'd come as far as you can and release from the navel a little, come a little farther, release 3 times like that. And then we're going to come in and stay for 3 or 4 breaths. So begin, let's stretch your spine, inhale up, exhale the arms down. And then moving from the belly, head just following along. As you exhale, move into the twist. As you inhale, come back to center. Exhale. Inhale. 2 more times on your own. And now this 4th time, come in as far as you comfortably can and stay. And as you inhale, just an inch or 2 of release. Exhale, come as deep or deeper. Inhale, inch or 2 of release from your navel. Make sure you're not doing most of the movement from your head. 3 times like that. And then stay 3 or 4 of your breaths. And come back to center. Interlock the hands. Stretch nice and tall. And release. Good. Take a few nice, full, deep breaths. Now, after taking a few nice, full, deep breaths at center, exhale and come into the other side. Move. Stay with your breath when you come to that point. Interlock the hands. Stretch nice and tall, and relieve the shoulders and neck as you exhale. Turn your hands, bring the palms onto the top of your head, and stretch 3 times like that. And then release. So go ahead and from comfortable standing position, step 1 foot forward and the other back, and feel there should be some stretch in the back leg. As you bend your front knee, making sure the knee doesn't go beyond the center of your foot, either to right or left or front to back. Feel where you start to feel a strong stretch in the back leg. Now, if you're not feeling that stretch, try turning your back foot slightly more forward. And 3 times bend and move into the point where you're feeling a very strong stretch, and then move out. Try to keep both feet firmly on the floor. And then 3 times come into the deepest point you can come to and move out of it just an inch or so. Move in and then move out just an inch or so. 3 times, and then come in and stay 3 or 4 breaths. Then step the feet even, and moving in and out, coming to as deep as you can without creating pain or stress, especially in the knees. 3 times like that, then come in to the fullest extent you can stretch, turning your foot more forward, if that helps. And come in and out just an inch or so. It's always paying attention to the knee and ankle joints. And then coming in and staying 3 or 4 breaths. And after you've held what's even for you, gently release. Okay. And so, go ahead and step your right foot out. And as you inhale, sweep up the opposite arm. Try not to let your body turn, but stay flat. As you exhale, coming back to neutral. 2 more times like that. And then come in and stay like you're rounding over a beach ball, and come out from it just an inch. Stretch, especially reaching through the fingers, come in deeper. 3 times, releasing slightly and coming deeper. And then the 4th time, coming in and staying. Make sure that you don't, over time, let your body twist closed. And then, after 3 or 4 breaths, release. Leave your feet where they are for the moment. Unlock your knees and come into a gentle forward bend. And just let your body, let your spine lengthen, let your legs relax. 3 or 4 breaths. And then slide the hands up the legs, come back up, Step the feet in for a moment, find your center, and then change to the other side. On the inhale, sweep up. And on the exhale, come back up. 2 more times like that, please. Keep the body flat, the plane of the body flat. And after 3 times of in and out, come in and stay. And on a release, come out an inch or so, then come back down even farther. Always keeping the image of rounding over an exercise ball. 3 times, and then coming in and staying for 3 or 4 breaths. Then release and come up. This time, step your feet in, unlock the knees, slide and come down, interlock your hands, push the palms towards the floor, and just let your back stretch. And bring the hands onto your legs and slide and come up. Interlock and stretch the full spine. And release. And let's come back down to sitting. All right, and as always, we're going to finish the class by drawing the senses back again, allowing ourselves to absorb the work we've done, especially the calmness that comes from moving with the breath. So sit comfortably erect, let your shoulders relax down. Go ahead for today and bring the hands onto the legs and turn the palms up. Sometimes just sitting in a position we don't usually sit in helps us to turn down the volume of that internal monologue. If you wish, you can bring the first finger and thumb together and find the flow of your breath. Let your eyes close. Inhale, pause. Exhale, pause. Each breath a little fuller, deeper, more complete. And then turn the hands down onto the legs. Spread your fingers and toes. Let the head be level and let your eyes slowly open. So thank you for joining today, and we'll see you all in 2 weeks.
Hasta la próxima.